A very good evening, everyone. Welcome back to day 9 of our program, Power BI and Data Analytics with AI. So we have successfully completed all the basic topics, right? So we started understanding what is Power BI, then followed by we have understood the concepts of Power BI components. It might be Power Query Editor, Power Pivot, then Power View, Power Map. Okay, so all these Power BI Q&A we have successfully completed 5 components of Power BI, right? Yes. And in today's session, we are going to understand the last component of Power BI. It is Power BI service, right? So in the last session, we completed understanding the different visualizations, the important visualizations that we have in Power BI. And all these visualizations were being discussed by taking a data set. We have named these data set, even the reports are being named with the charts. With the name of these charts, we have renamed our, yes, right. So far I was asking you not to complete the sign-in process. Today we will be completing the sign-in, guys. Okay. So in general, what are the different products that we are discussed so far? We understood what is Power BI desktop. So Power BI provides a desktop application. It provides a desktop application where we can build reports. We can generate reports. All of these are called reports. Fine. But after generating these reports, how should I share these reports to my team members or colleagues or to my superiors, whomever it might be? If I want to share these reports, then we have to go and use Power BI service, a product of Power BI. It is Power BI service. So we are going to understand what is Power BI service in today's session, how to log into Power BI service, because in general Power BI service, when you are logging to Power BI service, it generally asks for the subscription. You're supposed to enter the username and password. So that credentials you're going to get today, because you cannot just blindly give your Gmail. Your mail cannot be taken as the personal mail IDs. Gmails are not accepted. Okay. So in today's session, we'll be understanding how to log into Power BI service, then how to publish your work from Power BI service, Power BI desktop to Power BI service is what we are going to understand. And as well as we are going to understand how to generate dashboards. How to generate dashboards. Right. So first of all, open a browser. You open a browser and better go for an incognito mode. You go for an incognito mode. I'm just opening an incognito window. Done. Then keep it as app.powerbi.com. Just make a note of this site. It is app.powerbi.com. So once clicking on enter, once after typing app.powerbi.com, click on enter. It will ask you for email. Don't give your personal mail IDs, as majority of us are not working professionals. If we don't have any working professional, ID, mail ID, you don't give your personal mail ID. It will not accept. Even though if it accepts here, in the later stage, it will reject. So what mail ID should be given is, open a different tab, open another tab and keep it as temp mail ID. What it is? Temp mail ID. So this temporary ID will give us it will generate a temporary ID, and we can use this temporary ID credentials for logging into Power BI service. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to generate temporary mail ID from this site. You see here, temp mail, disposable temporary email. So this is a disposable temporary mail. Just click on it. Okay. It will generate your temporary mail ID here. Wait for some time. It will generate a temporary ID. See. And guys, whatever this temporary mail ID that is going to generate, copy it from here. Click on this icon so that the mail ID gets copied, and don't close this tab until unless I tell you. Okay, don't close this tab. Go back to the Power BI tab and paste your mail ID. Paste your mail ID. Done? Yes. Then click on submit guys. Click on submit. Post clicking on submit, it will redirect you to another page. Okay, where it will ask you to verify whether you are a bot or not. Okay, so I'll just click on next. Yes. So here it is asking you to align the picture exactly using these arrow marks. See, done. Then I click on submit. All of these are for verification whether we are humans or not. Just for verification, it will ask all these things. Yes. From here the journey starts. What we have done so far, we have generated a temporary mail ID, and that temporary mail ID was copied. Done. Next to that, post copying the temporary mail ID, we have used the temporary mail ID and clicked on submit. So it is asking you a question again. What kind of email is this temporary ID? Don't click on it's my personal mail. No, you have to select I got it from my organization. You have to select I got it from my organization. Then click on next. Click on next. Yes. So post clicking on next, it will ask you to create an account where it will ask you for the mandatory details like first name, last name, country, your phone number, title, all these details are mandatory guys. Okay. You are supposed to pass all these details. So what I'm going to do here is either you can give your genuine details or you may not. You can go with it or you may not. So what I do is, let me give my original details. So I have given my first name and last name. Then next to that, I'm going to select the country. If not, I can also keep it as United States as it is. Then the phone number. Done. Then it is asking us the job title. You have to provide the dummy job title. Provide any designation, whatever it might be. Done. So here it will ask you to enter a password. So earlier we have provided the mail ID. Yes. So apart from this mail ID, you should also memorize your password. Why? Because these user ID, mail ID and the password will be used for login purpose. It will be used for login purpose. So create a password for your account. So I'll just keep it as some password. Done. Then confirm it by typing again. Done. Next to confirming the password, it will ask for verification code. It will ask for verification code. Okay. So when it comes to the verification code, go back to the temporary ID, temporary mail. Here, if you observe, when you scroll down, it will generate a verification code, guys. So this is my verification code. Okay. So that is the reason I have asked you not to close this tab. Don't close it. Because here you are going to take this verification code and this verification code will be used for signing. So I'll just type my verification code. Done. Yes. So I'm done with the verification code as well. Then, yes. So if you would like to get any kind of information regarding Microsoft products, okay, you can go and click on the box, then click on next. Okay. It's better if you go and copy your mail ID somewhere. Better go and copy, store your mail ID password, at some place. Because if you close this mail ID, if you close this tab, you're not going to memorize this mail ID. Am I right? So once if you forget this mail ID, you have to do this process again from starting. See, so we are done with the signing up process. Done. So this is our user ID, username. Okay. So username has been, it's nothing but the mail ID. Then I'll go and click on get started. So this will launch. Okay. So we are done with the sign up, right? So it is asking us to complete the sign up one more time. I have provided the mail ID. Then I click on next. Then it is asking for the password. Type the password, guys. Type the password. Done. Click on enter. Okay. So would you like to sign in? So this will actually reduce the number of times that you're asking. Okay, then I click on S. Done. This will launch me Power BI service, the sixth component of Power BI. The sixth component of Power BI. What it is? Power BI service. So this is nothing but Power BI service, guys. This is the user interface of Power BI service or Power BI cloud. Power BI service is also called as Power BI cloud. What is the purpose of Power BI service or Power BI cloud? It helps us for collaborating the work. It helps us for collaborating the work. You can collaborate, you can share your work among your team members, among your colleagues, your superiors. Because whatever the work that you have generated, whatever the work that you do using Power BI desktop, that gets stored internally within your PC, the work gets stored. But if you want to share, if you want to share, you have to obviously go and use Power BI service, guys. So this is how you complete Power BI service sign up. Clear? Right. So once after completing the sign in to Power BI service, ensure that you know you are using the same ID, the mail ID, and using these credentials, go back to Power BI desktop, go back to Power BI desktop, and you are supposed to complete the sign in here as well. You are supposed to complete the sign in Power BI desktop as well using the same credentials. So just click on sign in button which is available on top right corner. Once after clicking on sign in button, it will, open up window where it will ask for the mail ID. Use the same mail ID, then click on continue. Click on continue. Yes. Next to that, we are supposed to sync time. Right. So the sign in process starts. Paste the mail ID, the username, then enter the password that you have set for your Power BI service. Enter the password, then click on sign in, guys. See, so this is a question that it is going to ask you whether would you like to sign in with these credentials to all the Microsoft apps or only this particular app. See, if you click on yes all apps, whatever the Microsoft applications that are running in your PC, so using these credentials it is going to sign in, but we don't want to do it. So just click as know this application only. Click on know this application only. Once after clicking on know this application only, it will complete your sign in. See, you see my name on the top. So once after opening it, you can cross verify whether we are done with sign in or not. I'm done with the sign in, guys. I'm done with the sign in. So what we have done so far, we have created a temporary ID. Okay. Using this temporary mail ID, we completed the sign in to Power BI service, and using the same credentials, we have also completed the sign in to Power BI desktop. Done. So if you see here, this is how Power BI service looks like. Okay. And using these dummy credentials, temporary credentials, you can use Power BI service for 14 days. For 14 days, you can go and use Power BI service. What if you want to still use Power BI service after 14 days? Just repeat the same process. Go back, generate one more temporary ID. Okay. Once after generating the temporary ID, go with the same process. The same process has to be followed. Right? Yes. I'll go to my workspace. So this is a place where you'll see or you'll observe the work that we have generated or the work that we have built. You'll observe it here, guys, under my workspace. I'm done. Right. So where do we have our work? I have my work each and every visualization. In where do we have these work? In Power BI desktop. So this work, all these reports, I want to publish. I want to publish to Power BI service. So how to publish work from Power BI desktop to Power BI service? Let us understand that. Because if you understand this particular activity, you are almost done. Because generating dashboard will not take much time. We are done with all the visualizations. We have created the visualizations here. Okay. So using these visualizations, we are going to generate dashboards. We are going to generate dashboards. So let me do that. You see in the home tab, there is an option called share. There is an option called share. Under share, you will observe publish. See, when you hover your mouse on the publish option, you are getting a message. What is the message that you see here? Publish this report online in Power BI service. So that means your reports gets published to Power BI service. Let me click on it. Yes, I would like to save my changes. Done. Is that done? Yes. Once after clicking on publish to Power BI service, you'll observe a pop-up window coming in again where it will ask you to select a destination. Where would you like to publish your work? You have to select the destination. It's nothing but my workspace. If you observe here, guys, so this is the place where your work gets displayed. What is that? It's my workspace. It is my workspace. So let me go back and select the destination as my workspace. Once after selecting, see if I deselect, okay, anyways, once after selecting my workspace, immediately you'll observe select option becoming active. It got enabled. So click on select. So the work is getting published to Power BI service from Power BI desktop. See, the work is getting published. Is it done? Yes, it is. You see success message? Done. Click on got it. Close Power. I'm not going to close entire application. I'm just minimizing Power BI desktop. Okay. I'll launch Power BI service. So we have successfully, you see here, we have successfully published work from Power BI desktop to Power BI service. Done. Now, can I open this report? Yes, we can. If you click on this name of the report, see, it will open all the reports that we have published, guys. See, I'll start from here. What is the first report? What is report? Report is a page. So here if you see, we have an expand and collapse option for showing the pages, nothing but the reports. So what is the first report that we have in Power BI desktop? Table and matrix charts. So do you see the same here? It's taking time. It is getting loaded, guys. It's getting loaded. Yes. You observe the charts coming in. Yeah, I see the tiles, whatever the work that we have done in Power BI desktop, I see the same charts in Power BI service. See? So let us first of all understand the different options that we have for each and every chart. Okay? Right. So first coming to ellipse. When you click on ellipse, you will find the same options. First is sorting. Based on which column would you like to sort in ascending order or descending order? Okay. Whether would you like to get any insights from this visualization alone? Let me click on it, guys. When you click on get insights, you see, in general, it will actually try to understand the chart or visual and it will bring some visualization. I mean, it will try to get some insights. But here it is unable to find any insights. That's fine. Then Next to get insights, you'll see spotlight, the same option. Then showing a visual as a table and exporting the data of this visual to a file. Okay. Then exploring this data and you can add a comment. Can we add a comment? Yes. See, when you click on add a comment, you can start building a conversation as we are already in Power BI service, which helps us for, collaborating our work. So here you can grab the attentions with the mentions. Like, for example, you can, once if you get any insight, very important insight, you can keep the insight along with their name. You can tag the people like how we tag in Instagram, Facebook and all. In the same way, we can add our comment to that particular chart or to that particular visual and then tag the persons. That can be done. Clear? Then next to it, what are the other options that you see here? You can add alerts. Okay, like if you find that the total amount is being exceeded by some X amount, you can add an alert. That can be done. And you can share your work. You can share your work. This particular time, this particular chart alone will get shared. And how would you like to share? Using a link, or you can share it in chat using Microsoft Teams. As Power BI is a product of Microsoft and Teams is also a product of Microsoft, you can share your work in chat as well. Okay, so these are the different options that we have. And next one is focus mode, which just focuses on this particular tile alone. See, yeah, we are still in the report level. I will go back to the report. Done. And then the next one is for filters. If you would like to filter the data by applying any filters or slices, you can do so. And the third one is adding an alert. Same thing we have done here. Okay. And you can copy your visual. You can copy your visual. And finally, the important option coming here, it is pin a visual. What does pin visual does? Pin visual actually pins your visual to dashboard. It does. It is going to pin the visuals to dashboard. Okay. So what I'll be doing here is, first of all, I'll go back to my workspace. Okay. I'll go back to my workspace and let us create a dashboard, guys. Let us create a dashboard so that we'll start pinning our visuals one by one. So how to create a dashboard? How can I go and create a dashboard? First of all, is go back to my workspace. Once after going back to my workspace, you see on the top right, new item. Yes. Once after clicking on new item, it will ask you which item would you like to create. It's nothing but a dashboard. Click on dashboard, select dashboard. Then it will ask you for the dashboard name. It will ask you for the dashboard name. I'll just keep it as the dashboard name as demo. Whatever. You give any name to your dashboard, then click on create. See, we have created the dashboard called demo. It got created, done. Now let us add, some visuals to our dashboard, guys. I'll go back to the report level. It's nothing but the data. Done. Now, what is the purpose of this pin visual? Just now we discussed. The purpose of pin visual is it helps us to pin the visuals to the dashboard. If you find that this visualization is very important, assume that this visualization is very important. Just click on pin visual. That means we are going to pin this table chart to a dashboard. Okay. So it will ask you to select a dashboard. It will ask you to select a dashboard. So again, it is providing you two options. What are they? Would you like to pin to an existing dashboard or new dashboard? If you say existing dashboard, go and select the dashboard. Anyhow, we have only created one. So select the dashboard and click on pin. Done. See, once after pinning a visual to the dashboard, you will get a notification kind of message. Okay. So you can go and cross check whether the visualization got pinned or not. Open the dashboard. Yes. I see, I see the, yes, it got added, guys. The visual got added. The visual got pinned. So I can adjust accordingly. Done. Yes. So this is how we go and just pin the visuals. Only the important visuals can pin. Not all the visuals that are present here will be pinned. Because dashboard means what? Dashboard means a single page storytelling point. A single page in which we are going to describe the complete story. So, which includes only the important visualizations. Not all the visualizations might be important, right? Yes. So what I'll do is, I'll go back to the next page. And out of these two visuals, which one do you feel that if you would like to pin to the dashboard? See, you'll observe the same options again. The same options is what you'll observe. Then I'll go and just click on pin visual. Once after clicking pin on pin visual, it will give you a pop-up. Select the dashboard, click on pin. See, this visualization, this tile got pinned to the dashboard. Let us go and cross check. Done. See, this is how we build a dashboard. Dashboard building is very simple if you have already built the reports, because only thing that we have to do is selecting the important visualizations. Then after selecting these important visualizations, we have to go and click on pin visual option. That's it. Let me go back. Then let me go to page one, the next page. Okay, if you find any one of these is important, you have to go and click on see pin visual. For each and every visualization, you will find the pin visual option, guys. Apart from slicer. Why? Slicer will not have pin visual option. The reason being, slicer allows you to interact. Slicer visual allows you to interact among the charts, among the visualizations, right? So, but in dashboard, you cannot interact between the charts. See, if I click on any of the record, immediately what happened? Did it interact? No. It returned us to the page where we have that visual. So that makes the difference between dashboard and report, guys. That makes the difference between dashboard and report. I'll go back to the data. Then let me open line chart. So I feel this line chart is very important. I'll go and click on pin visual option. Done. Yes. Done. No, this is not a dashboard. See, these are called reports. These are called reports. What makes the difference between dashboard and report is, in report level, it will allow you to interact. See, is it interacting between the charts, between two charts, or here I have only two. If you have n number of charts, okay, the charts interact with each other in report level. But the same charts, I have took the same chart, but the same chart will not interact in dashboard level. That is one of the primary difference between dashboard and report. Okay. And a dashboard is a single storytelling page. But report, you can have only one tile, one visual, or n number of visuals. Your wish. Clear? So let me go and cross check. Is the line chart or the area chart got added? Yes, it got added. See how it got added. Clear? I'll go back to the reports. Now, I'll go to the next page. So I would not like to pin this combo chart, even though if it is looking good, I would not prefer it. I'll go back to map and pie. Yes. So if you observe when if you have here, so let me talk about pie chart first of all. So I want to add this pie chart. I want to pin this pie chart to my dashboard. I'll click on pin visual option. Then next to it, after selecting the dashboard, I'll click on pin. After selecting the dashboard, I'll click on pin. Done. Okay, pie chart we are done. What about the map charts, map visuals? Why are they not getting displayed? This is because of your temporary mail ID. Guys, remember one thing. We are using for practice a temporary mail ID. We are using a temporary mail ID for practice. So you cannot expect you will have the authorization for viewing or for working with all the visualizations, especially map visuals. Okay, so if you have received such kind of a notification, it means there is no access for map visuals for your temporary ID. Okay, don't assume something went wrong. No, nothing is wrong here. The temporary mail ID that has generated from my keys, in my keys, it does not have any authorization for viewing or working with map and field map visuals. So that is the reason it is asking you to contact your admin. See, I have generated it as a temporary ID. Whom should I contact? It's not possible, right? So the only possible reason is, the only possible way is you have to go back and generate one more temporary ID and use them. And I cannot guarantee you whether for that temporary ID also you may or may not have the permissions. Okay. So this especially is observed in map visuals ways. In map visual, this is what you'll observe. Fine. Ignore it. Let us go to the last one, Python and R. See, even for Python and R visual also you'll observe the same. Clear? Done. For the pages that you see here, in the top, in the middle part, in the top itself, you'll see some options. Let me go to table and matrix page. So in this page, if you observe, there are some options available? Yes, there are some options that are available. So let us understand all these options one by one. Okay. So what does file option mean? The file option help us to save a copy of this page. It will allow us to save a copy. Then download the file. This file can be downloaded, and you can also manage the permissions within your organization. Whom should have the permission for these charts can be managed. They can be granted, and in the same way the permissions can be revoked. Okay. You can also print this visualization. These charts, this particular page can be printed, and if you find that these visualizations are looking very good, okay, if you would like to use it some other place, then comes the embedded option. You can embed them in any website, okay, in any public web, so on. So these are the different options that are available under file. And next to it, you'll observe export. What does export option has? It helps us to analyze these visualizations in Excel, or would you like to export these charts to PowerPoint, as well as we also have the export option to PDF. You can export to PDF as well. Done. Additionally, you can share, guys. See, the third option that you see here is share. That means it will allow you to share your work among your teammates. So that is the purpose of Power BI service. That specific option you will not find here. No, because this work is completely saved in your PC, in your local machine. Whatever the charts, whatever the reports that you build get stored in your PC personal system. Okay, but what if you would like to share your work? That can be done only using Power BI service. See, as we are not using a company organization mail, you cannot share it here. But when you work in real time, it will allow you to share your work by providing the valid mail address. Okay. Done. Next to share, you'll see some other options like exploring the charts, then subscribing. I'll talk about subscribe, but before that, we have edit. We have edit. What does edit option does? Edit option helps us to change the charts, the visualizations. What does that mean? That means, let me go back to Power BI desktop. I'll create a scenario, guys. Yes. Assume you are working on this image. Sorry, you are working on this chart visualization. Okay. And you felt that you are done. You felt that you are done, and you have published your work to Power BI service. Assume that you have also published to Power BI service. So what you will do? You'll go back to Power BI service? Yes. So under Power BI service, you came to know after viewing the visual in Power BI service, you came to know that this particular visualization has to be done some changes. Okay. So will you go back and do the changes? Not required. Not required. What you are supposed to do? You see edit option, click on edit. See what happened? It took us back to the UI is similar to Power BI desktop. Yes. So you can go and make the changes. You can go and make the changes. See, if you don't want store name, you can remove it. Done. Done. Once after making the changes, save your changes. save your work. The report got saved. Then you see in the top left, you can go back to reading view. We are actually in the editing view. Okay. We can go back to reading view. Done. So in this way, it will also help us to make the changes in Power BI service only. You need not go back to Power BI desktop for making your changes. Making sense? Right. So these are the different options that we have understood as part of the pages. Then next to that, when you click on ellipse, you'll see a few more options like get insights. I'll talk about get insights option in the coming next 1-2 minutes. Then see related content. So using this related images, the plots, the visualizations, it will allow us to visualize the related information. Okay. Then it will also help us to pin to a dashboard, like how we are pinning individual tiles. It will allow us to pin this entire page to dashboard. Okay. So let us understand what is this option called get insights. For understanding get insights option, I'll go back to my workspace. I'll go back to my workspace and this is our report, right? This is our dashboard. Under type, we'll understand. Okay. So in the type report, you see more options. Click on it. Yes. When you click on the more options, you'll get multiple options again. Okay. One of the important option is quick insights. One of the important option is quick insights. Power BI being very intelligent, it will also tries to get some insights. Some plots can be grabbed from the data itself. How? When you click on this quick insights option, see, it will search in the data. Within the data set, it will try to search for some insights. Okay. Once these insights are ready, it will also help us to provide a notification. Done. So that means we got the insights. So let us view these insight guys. Let us view the insights. Oh my God. You see here how the insights are? So it has displayed all the important visualizations. Whatever the insights that we have got using Power BI, it has displayed the visualizations. And if you find any of these insights are very good. See, for example, quantity by manager. See, if you want to compare the manager performance with respect to the total quantity, the quantity that got sold. So what you can do? You see here, so out of all these managers, Sarah Johnson has notably more quantity. That means more number of products from this person's store, wherever the Sarah Johnson is the manager, at that particular store, the more quantity is being sold out in clothing category. So if you find this visualization is very important, you can go and click on this pin visual. It will go, you can go and click on pin visual. Then the same pop-up window gets opened. Select the dashboard, click on pin. Done. That's it, guys. So in this way, just go through all the insights that Power BI has generated and accordingly, whatever is your important, whatever you feel that the insight is very important, just add them. to your dashboard so that when the clients or the stakeholders go through your dashboard, they quickly understand only the important insights. They don't want all the unwanted things. That is why the dashboard comes into the picture. Because within the dashboard, you're going to just keep only the important information. Making sense? I'll adjust all these tiles once if I'm done with it. I'll go back to the insights part. Where is it? Okay, you'll see it under the notifications. It's not opening the insights. Anyways, let me do it one more time. I'll go back to my workspace. Then for the report level, if you click on these ellipse, the more settings option, click on quick insights option that is available. Yes, it has opened me the quick insights. All the quick insights were being displayed. So these visualizations are generated by Power BI, not by us. Okay, they are generated by Power BI. When you are going through these important visualizations, if you find anything is important, if it is really worthy, go and just pin it to our dashboard. Yes. So let me add this one as well. It says that there is a correlation between customer and sale ID. But this is actually not making any sense. What is this? Okay. So this particular chart is actually talking about, the count of customer with respect to the store by store size. We see more customer walking to small size stores compared to large size. What might be the reason? Okay, so this is a important insight that has to be taken. I'll click on pin visual. Post clicking on pin visual, it will ask you to select the dashboard. I have selected the dashboard. I'll click on pin dashboard. Done. It's done. Okay. Now I'll open my dashboard guys. So this is my dashboard. You see here, even though if I click on the chart, it will not interact. It will not interact. It will take you back to the source from where that particular tile got added. Okay. Now let me adjust these tiles properly. Yes. Now you can adjust these tiles. Let me drag and drop one by one. Done. Right. So we have successfully adjusted all the tiles. Okay. Now let me talk about the options that are available in dashboard. See, this is a dashboard guys. A simple dashboard is what we have created. Done. Okay. Let me talk about the options that are available for the dashboard. So the first one, the file option. Would you like to save a copy of this dashboard? If so, you can click on save a copy, then manage permissions. So when you click on this manage permissions, it will allow you that for whom you are supposed to grant the permissions. That means who should look after this dashboard and who shouldn't can be managed by clicking on this manage permissions option, and you can print this dashboard as well, right? Next to it, you see share option. You can share the dashboard. Like earlier, like we are able to share a report. In the same way, we can share a dashboard as well. But this has to be done. This can be done only to the people who are, within your organization. Within your organization, only you can share your work. You can share your dashboard. Clear? And finally, next to share, you see chat in Teams. So you can chat in the Microsoft Teams by commenting, you know, with respect to the dashboard. Anyways, I will not open it because this is for entire, conversation purpose. And then we can also tag the people. We have a comment called, we have an option called comment. Earlier we have discussed how comment option works in case of reports. So the same option is available for dashboard. For dashboard level, the comment option is available. Next to it, you see subscribe to dashboard. So this is very important, guys. Creating subscriptions is important when it comes to the dashboard point of time. Okay. So what you are supposed to do? When you click on subscribe to dashboard, we can actually create subscriptions. We can manage subscriptions. If you don't want, you can delete the subscriptions. Okay. So let us initially create a subscription for our dashboard. Okay. So I'm going to create a subscription. So it is asking me a subscription name. I'll keep it as test. Okay. So who all should receive this subscription? A notification should be received by whom? Add all the required people under recipients. Then what would be the time period? Start date is today, fine. But end date is not mandatory. Either you can specify the end date or not. Yeah, wish. Then, how would you like to send the subscription? The notification should be sent on daily basis or hourly basis or weekly basis or monthly basis. You can add a subscription by specifying the date. Okay, how would you like to repeat it? Followed by time. If you say daily, at which time would you like to schedule this subscription? The notification should be scheduled at which time? Okay. At the morning after reaching the office, say around 10:30. Around 10:30 a.m. This will go, it will share a notification regarding this particular demo dashboard. Okay. You are also supposed to select the time zone. The time zone has to be selected. So I have selected the right time zone, the time zone related to India. Okay. Then if I click on save, it will go and create as a subscription. It will create as a subscription. Done. So that means I'll get a notification daily basis at 10:30 a.m. Nothing but in the morning. Okay. Till this subscription get deleted. See, once if I'm done with this dashboard, okay, if I no more want any kind of notifications to be sent with respect to the dashboard, I can come here and I can click the delete option. Or I can go and change. Even after creating the subscription, you can go and edit the subscription. That can be done. Making sense? Right. So this is just a kind of notification that is going to share with respect to the dashboard or reports. Okay, you can generate the subscriptions. Right. So I'll close the subscriptions. I'll talk about ask a question about your data. What is this? Ask a question about your data. It's nothing but Power BI Q&A, guys. It is nothing but Power BI Q&A. Okay. What does this Power BI Q&A does? We have already discussed. What does Power BI Q&A does? When you ask a question, it is going to generate a visual as answer. So when you click on it, you see here, we have already some questions from Power BI. Okay. It is suggesting some questions. If not, you can generate your own question. You can give your own question. It will respond you in a visualization. I click on show all suggestions. So, can I go in with show maximum quantity as my question? When you say show maximum quantity on a particular date, you know, so it's 9. If you're not satisfied, you can click on the cross mark. Okay, you can type your own question here. You can type your own question. So that is how Power BI Q&A works. Assume that this visualization is looking good. You can go and click on pin visual so that this visualization gets pinned to your dashboard. I'll click on pin. Done. Once after clicking on pin, I'll click on exit Q&A. See. I hope you are getting the point, guys. The visualization got pinned to the dashboard. We are done. So for me, I'm not satisfied with this visualization. I'll click on the ellipse. I'll go and click on delete tile. So in this way, you can add tiles, nothing but you can pin the tiles, you can delete the tiles. If they're not required, if they're not necessary, you can remove them from the dashboard. I hope it is clear. So we have created a small dashboard, done. And I want you guys to create some amazing dashboards. I want you to create some amazing dashboards in the same way. There are few more options that are left out. Okay. So there are few more options that are left out. I'll be talking them in the upcoming session. Okay. So within the dashboard, there are few more options like edit option especially. So I'll talk about all these edit options in the last session, upcoming session. Apart from these options, we also have, two more small topics that are left out. One is custom visuals and direct connectivity. Okay. So I'll be talking about how Power BI can be integrated with the database. How Power BI can be integrated with database. So far, if you see here, we are working with the data which is available in Excel sheets, Excel workbooks. How did we get this data? The data is available in Excel workbook, right? So in the next class, we are going to work with the data which is available in database. For that, we have to establish the connection between Power BI and the database. So post completing the direct connectivity option, you'll also go and explore the different charts that are available. So when you click on get more visuals, as we completed the sign-in process, you'll observe n number of visualizations. So I'll be talking about these visualizations in the next class. See, earlier I have already discussed there are multiple around 200 to 300 visualizations in Power BI. See, all of these are the different visualizations that are available. And guys, it's not mandatory that you have to learn all these visualizations, not required. See, if you are learning the visualizations that we have covered so far, that's more than enough. That is more than enough. But in some cases, yes, you have to go and pick the visualization from get more visuals option, right? So in the next class, we'll be understanding one more dashboard. I'll be creating one more dashboard in which I'll be talking about these options, add a tile, custom dashboard key, and so on. And then followed by I'll be discussing about direct connectivity and custom visualizations. Right. So if you have any questions, yes, feel free to ask your questions. And before that, if you are satisfied with the session, whatever we have learned in today's session, if you are impressed, hit on the like button and do subscribe to our channel. Do subscribe to our channel before you leave. Yes, any questions? Come on, guys. I would like to give a task. So take a data set, build some visualizations in Power BI desktop, publish them to Power BI service, and create a dashboard. You are supposed to create a dashboard in this fashion. Do it as a task. Take the work and complete your work. Any questions? Right. If no questions, we'll complete. We'll end the program in the next class, that is tomorrow, where we are going to complete the rest of the topics that are left out in Power BI. But before that, do a hands-on. Power BI requires a lot of hands-on. Focus more on the hands-on part. Yes. If you have any technical questions, utilize this time for your questions. That's fine. If no questions, I'll wind up the session here. Thank you so much for joining. Do hit on the like button and subscribe to our channel, guys. That's all for the day. Let's connect in the next session. Have a great day.